If you're thinking about starting a business in this economy, I want to be very clear with you. It's probably the riskiest move you can make right now. Starting a business from scratch is slow, capital intensive, and filled with uncertainty. And after more than 10 years of building, buying, and exiting businesses, reviewing hundreds of deals across multiple industries, I can tell you this with confidence. There is a safer, smarter way to become a business owner. In this video, I'm going to explain why starting from zero puts you at a disadvantage, what professionals do instead, and how people buy cash flowing businesses even without large amounts of cash sitting in the bank. Let's get into it. Now, important disclaimer before we continue. Everything I'm sharing in this video is for educational, informational purposes only and is based on my personal experience. This is not financial, legal, tax, or investment advice. Business ownership and acquisitions involve risk. Results are not guaranteed and outcomes vary based on many factors. You should always conduct your own due diligence and consult with qualified professionals before making any business, financial, or investment decisions. Back to the show. Most people misunderstand where risk actually comes from in business. The biggest risk isn't competition, it isn't marketing, it's uncertainty. When you start from scratch, you spend months, sometimes years building something you hope people want. You burn savings, you work long hours with no predictable income, and when you finally launch, the market decides whether you were right or wrong. That's why so many businesses fail early and why it often takes years before founders see consistent cash flow. Now, that path may sound exciting, but in an uncertain economy, it's almost the most exposed position you can take. Professionals do not chase excitement. They reduce uncertainty. The safer alternative is buying a business that already works. Not a trendy startup, not a viral brand, boring, predictable, cash flowing businesses. Think established service businesses, local operators, and single companies with repeat customers, proven demand. When I evaluate a business, I'm not asking if it's exciting. I'm asking one question. Is the cash flow durable, repeatable, and defensible? When you buy an existing business, you already have customers. You have revenue, you have systems, processes, people in place. You're not trying to create cash flow, you're stepping into it. This is the difference between guessing and owning. I've used this exact approach across multiple acquisitions. I didn't need a revolutionary idea. I didn't need perfect timing. I focused on businesses with consistent cash flow, clean financials, and straightforward ops. Ownership replaced uncertainty. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, oh yeah, I mean, this guy kind of makes sense, but I don't know how to get started, there is a link in the description where you can book a call with me. We'll walk through your situation, your goals, and what type of cash flowing business actually makes sense for you. Now, here's something most people get wrong. Not having cash is not the disadvantage they think it is. Most businesses are not bought all cash. In the real world, deals are structured. There's seller financing where the owner gets paid over time using the business's own cash flow. There's SBA loans where banks fund a large portion of the purchase with relatively low money down. There are investors where other people provide capital and you operate the business. Then there are blended deals that combine multiple sources so your personal out-of-pocket investment stays minimal. The goal isn't to just own a business. The goal is to own predictable cash flow with downside protection. That's how professionals think. I also hear a few questions constantly. I don't know where to find deals. They're everywhere. Brokers, direct outreach, local businesses, hiding in plain sight. I don't know how to evaluate a business. Use a checklist, not intuition. Consistent cash flow, clean tax returns, reasonable payroll and rent, and simple ops. I don't have experience running a business. That's not a disadvantage. Good operators don't try to do everything themselves. They design systems that continue to perform whether they're there or not. If you're serious about becoming a business owner in this economy, starting from scratch is the highest risk move you can make. Buying a boring, cash flowing business is often the safer, faster, and more professional path. If this kind of thinking is helpful, make sure you subscribe. I break down real world business ownership, deal structures, and acquisition strategy like this every single week. And if you want to talk through your own situation, book a call with me using the link in the description below. We will map out the smartest path forward, guaranteed. I'll see you in the next video.